Hi, and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy Black Friday to join me, you feel me? I really appreciate it. And so, right now I'm extremely uncomfortable, just for the record. And no, this isn't some sort of weird, why you uncomfortable, Albert? Did you say something to yourself that made you cry yourself to sleep? No, that was 2 nights ago, I'm just really fed up with, not being able to properly video myself. You feel me? I mean, you'd think that by now I'd be a little better at producing, these very simple vlogs. But I guess if it were that easy, everyone would be doing it, right? I mean, I'm not sure. You should do it, It's not that easy. And it gets easier, obviously, just like anything. You feel me? Anything in life. You do it a certain amount of times, it gets easy, right? Picking up ladies, picking up dudes, picking up ladies and dudes, whatever it is. You get good at doing something and you really mostly stay good at doing that thing. You never really forget how to do it, but you always need to be reminded and stuff, And so tonight I want to talk about Looksmaxing. Alright, and so in case you didn't know, that's basically been around forever, and it just implies, or directly it means, that you max out your looks, put your face into a computer program and draw up some schematics and figure out just how ugly you really are, you know what I mean? And then go from there and try to make yourself better looking, if that makes sense. All of the Looksmaxing in the world, for example, couldn't help out a guy like myself, but perhaps, and I say that just because it's like an ideology, right? It's like somebody needs to, really go out of their way to make sure that their looks are in tip-top shape, and that's just what I'm saying is, I have never gone to the extent of, I mean, I wouldn't mind, I'm just a lazy ass. If somebody else wanted to make me look good, I'm all for it, but when I'm doing it on my own, then I mean, obviously I look like this, so it's not entirely all good, meaning that I'm not trying to look smacks, actively trying. I mean, again, I cry enough on my own, just in case I didn't already say that, and I'm not wanting to cry again, because I'm sure that computer program would just totally destroy, any sort of value that I thought I physically had, and even if it's very little, it's still a little bit, and that's all that I'm saying. So there are people out there, and content creators, a bunch of people. You can, obviously, if you're not familiar with the term, Looksmaxing just means that you try to look your best self, but extreme, again, I used to not even care at all about what I looked like. I mean, obviously, but as you get older, I guess, and stuff, you're more concerned, or at least that's how it's been with me, with how I look. And it's not because I care about how I look per se, it's just that I don't want people to look at me in a different way, and that might be weird, but no, I mean, really. And I say this because every time, for example, I don't make an effort to look halfway decent, I get treated out in the world as I for example, right, just quick sidebar, it ties into this. The transportation secretary, just a couple days ago, right, the dude announced that pajamas are banned on airline travel domestically. I mean, I don't know, is it still banned to try and fly in your pajamas on an international flight? I don't know. Probably, because this dude seemed a little uptight, and just saying, he is the secretary of the Department of Transportation, so yeah, all jokes aside, he would be a pretty stiff guy, but anyways, he does work for a fascist regime. Just quick point in fact, I'm just also saying that this is a real instance of a federal agency and or like the leader of that federal agency coming out and saying that like they don't want people wearing pajamas on airplanes. And again, like, I mean, okay, like I get it, but it's not the club. You feel me? Like, you're not going to the club when you're hopping on your 6-hour plane nonstop from Albuquerque to JFK in New York City. That's all that I'm saying. And like, moreover, I get it. I mean, it's almost like church, right? Like, I mean, we're turning this bitch into church, in that, like, I've seen people go to church in their pajamas. I may have, in fact, also been guilty of that. Not gonna rule it out, definitely, of existence, because I'm sure that at some point or another, I probably attended a mass in my pajamas. But see, that's all that I'm saying, right? And while it may be frowned upon, like going to church at 6 o'clock Spanish speaking only mass at your local congregation, like everybody may not be looking at you like, you're like good, you feel me? And like, moreover, I'm sure that like somebody from the church would come and eventually tell you to not wear your pajamas to church or something, but like, why would they? Like, it's a place of God. I should be able to dress in my pajamas. But we're not talking about that. So we're talking about how I still have the same sentiments. I feel like you should be able to wear a t-shirt that has the middle finger, pointed right at you. Or like, it's not pointed right at you, right? It's a figure and a form of expression. And it's something that the First Amendment, I do believe, speaks directly to. It doesn't necessarily pander to one's feelings so much as that it literally legally defends your right to basically say anything that you want to say, so long as it's not like a direct threat or imminent danger and stuff. So I'm just saying that we get it, there's rules and stuff, and I'm not trying to go to the club, you feel me, and have everyone in their pajamas, but I mean, I don't know, I'm a stupid straight man, so I mean, is there a difference between a woman dressed real nice in a dress and in her pajamas while she's at the club to this stupid straight guy? Probably not, it's what's in the inside of the person that counts, right? That's all that I'm saying, right? So it shouldn't really matter what the girl is wearing if she's a cool girl, and more importantly, if she's willing to go home with me for the night, then I guess that's where I'm going, and so that's all that I'm saying, right? Is that like, people, and I know this is a longer sidebar than I thought, but that people, I guess, they want you to Looksmax at the airport, you feel me? They want you to be your best self, alright? And I mean, there's like no outright policy in the world that straight up says like no uggos, you feel me, or like no ugly people. But then like, I almost feel like that, I mean, again, take it from this guy. Put me next to somebody that gets a lot of girls and is a good looking man, you feel me? There's definitely a different kind of treatment, and I'm well aware of it. I'm not dumb, but I'm just saying, I'm not sure how far that social cred should get you, but that's a topic for a different day. And moreover, I think it can get you anywhere you can take you, I'm just saying, let the haters hate. But being good looking definitely has its advantages, right? Right. And so you may want to Looksmax for that reason. I mean, again, there are enough people on the surface of this planet, I mean, hypothetically speaking, for like there to be a person that likes every sort of niche and crook and cranny of potential attractive qualities that a person can have, and that includes being ugly, you feel me, and like all different types of stuff. So whatever it is, however you may practice Looksmaxing, good luck to you, but don't be real extreme with it, I guess, just because, I mean, I don't know. Who am I to say? Again, I'm not in that school of thought. I don't care what you look like or how you dress. And I don't think anyone should look, or think like that they care about how you look or you dress. I mean, just so long as there's clothes, you feel me? And I say that just because there's places where you can go to be free of the confinement of clothing, you know, and you can go to those places, that's fine, but like society, you know, generally, like, you don't want that kind of thing, and I'm very pro that way, you feel me? So like, yeah, I'm a fan of clothes. I'm just not a fan of policing people and thinking how I think they should be dressed so that they could finish that whole idea of looksmaxing. Link in the description below. It's a really interesting concept again, but it's a practice thing, you feel me? Something that you won't find here on this channel, and that's what I'm saying, but it's interesting to talk about, definitely. Hey guys, I really appreciate you watching my videos. We are exactly, oh boy, you know, I think that I'm terrible at this, and then I hop on a video and I'm still terrible at this. No, but just kidding, we're at 10 minutes or just a little after, so that's good news for me, my character, and whatever character decides to pop in while I'm in character, you know? But that's all that I'm saying. I really appreciate you guys watching my show and stuff, and Looksmaxing is a thing, and it's really interesting. Again, like, I think everyone should try to look their best selves all the time, but I say that, you know, but then I am trying to sleep 20 hours a day, you know, and not, like, pay no mind to any sort of physical thing on me. And as I get older, I definitely notice it's something that you can't put off for too long of a time. But anyways, that was something we were just talking about, so hope that you guys are well and that y'all had a really good Thanksgiving. Shout out to all the new people who are watching this channel and being a part of my life. I really appreciate you guys. This video is going to be a little shorter because I got something stuck in my throat and I have to go, but I'm going to make another video right now, so I'll see you guys in just a minute. Bye!